Hello, hello. It is Ace of Cups tea here, where we sip tea, talk about divine alignment, the meaning behind it all, and of course we go with the flow. So let's have some tea. Today we're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about linden flower tea, talk about all those benefits. That's what I'll be sipping on tonight. And we are going to talk about the number 5. That beautiful number 5. I feel like all the numbers are beautiful, but we're talking about the number 5 specifically because I have an absolutely divine tea set that pretty much features the number 5. And I'll show you guys. Here is this beautiful little teacup 5. You can see the 5 on it. And then, let me pick up this whole thing. So here is this little dish with these 4 beautiful teacups. They all say the number 5. Outside of these saying the number 5, and these are also super delicate. They're hand painted. There's no inscription on the bottom, so I don't know where it was made. I don't know who made it, but bless the hands that made and painted and designed this beautiful little tea set. A little saucer that it's on, absolutely beautiful. Also the number 5. And the crown jewel of it all, the teapot. How cute. How cute is this? It's stunning. I actually got it at an estate sale, the same estate sale that I got that magical scarf. So, you know, I think I've mentioned it before, that estate sale, every time I go there, I pick up something very special. So, you know, when I got it, it was also at a time in my life that I was seeing 555 everywhere. So, you know, when you're in that mode where you're seeing these angel numbers everywhere, and then one day you run into another one, and it, you know, like I said, I'm seeing 555. I walk into this estate sale, and boom, there are 5 staring in my face with this beautiful teapot. And I actually didn't get it the first time I saw it. I got it the next time when I came back. And even the story behind that is really crazy, because there was a series of events that led me to getting to the estate sale earlier than anticipated. And then when I got there, I found the tea set. I also ran into this absolutely amazing, eclectic woman that works there, runs it, I think. So it's just one of those situations, again, where things are just aligned. I'm seeing 555 everywhere. I'm seeing 55s everywhere. Then, boom, here's the tea set. There's another 5. And it just feels like there are constant confirmations from the universe. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just keep rolling. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm loving the adventure. I'm loving the journey. And I'm loving learning everything along the way, because when I see these things, I'm driven, I'm literally drawn to believe that I'm seeing it and experiencing it in that way for a really specific reason. So then I end up doing research. I end up Googling on my phone, trying to figure out, like, what does this mean when I'm seeing these things? And I think that's really the most fun part of the journey, is seeing these synchronicities, these alignments, seeing these messages everywhere that you go, and you're just like, there really are no coincidences. Like, this is legit. There are no coincidences. So, like I said, we'll be talking about the number 5. We'll be talking about linden flower tea. So let's kick it off and make some tea. So, linden flower tea. Linden flower. I get this from ahealthycrush.com. It is an alkaline eclectic herbs, Dr. Sebi approved. And this is good for removing mucus, removes inflammation, calms anxiety, detoxifies the body, improves digestion, and reduces cold. So many amazing benefits, but I actually just think this tastes really good. It has a really flowery flavor, honestly. It's a great tea, so let's get to making it.
My thought is maybe like 2 tablespoons.
Also, how pretty is this spoon, right? All right, all right. So I'm feeling good about the steep. A little singing, a little dancing. You know, singing or speaking over your tea or over your food. You know, people say you pray over your food, but what praying really is just it's basically just infusing it with the frequency of your words. You know, words have a frequency just the way everything has a frequency. So speaking good to your tea, whispering goodness to it, whispering love to it, praying over it, however you want to define it or call it, is actually infusing that tea with a lot of good energy. So a little dancing and singing over it, ain't nothing wrong with that. Look at that beautiful color. So refreshing. It literally is like a floral flavor. That's all I can say about it. I love it. Cheers. Tell me in the comments what kind of tea you guys enjoy drinking on the regular, or what you're interested in trying, maybe interested in me trying. I am open to any tea recommendations. So, the number 5. Like I said, I was in this phase of my life where I was just seeing the number 5 everywhere I went. And then I found this beautiful tea set. And I was already just on this journey of understanding what the number 5 meant. But what was really fun is really understanding multiple you know, spiritual meanings behind the number 5, because there are so many, and there's so many ways that we can look at the number and analyze it. Starting off, the number 5 is known as the life direction number. It's the number that really, you know, it comes to your life when things are kind of getting shaken up all crazy, and it's almost like there's so much happening that you need to make a change. You're almost forced into a really major life change, a direction change. It's about taking that risk. It's about being adaptable. It's about handling conflict well when it comes your way. It's about finding freedom in your own, you know, in your own respect. You know, it is about just having that adventurous mindset, and that adventurous mindset is why, you know, that number 5 is able to just kind of roll with the punches of life, whichever direction it may be taking them. So that was the first reason that I kind of came across. You know, I pulled tarot cards for myself, and I know that the number 5 card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is one of my favorite cards. It's all about tradition and conformity, religion, ceremonies, weddings, and baptisms, those kinds of things. It's also about strong values. It's about that authority and leadership within those strong values. So not being like a wild leader, but, you know, having a traditional mindset, maybe even a little bit of blind faith or conformity even. But when the Hierophant is in reverse, it's looking at someone who's a little radical, you know, still very deeply spiritual, but maybe, you know, a little left swinging. You know, in reverse, it's also seen as somebody that's a little unconventional. So I love the Hierophant card for all of those reasons. And, you know, the Hierophant in tarot has so many different meanings, and it really depends on so many other factors. But that's ultimately what the number 5 card represents. Fun fact about teacups like this: they're designed small and wide on the top so that they kind of cool very quickly, and they come to a perfect drinking temperature like seconds after you pour. So they're meant to kind of be sipped, and you talk and you sip. It's all about the tea ceremony, and the tea ceremony isn't just like sitting there silently chugging tea. It's all about, you know, talking to the person, taking another sip, letting the moment land. You know, that's the good thing about tea. It's a perfect conversation arena, and this tea set is the perfect conversation. Back to 5. The next definition of 5 is all about astrology, 5th house. The 5th house is all about your hobbies, your creativity, how you have fun, about your playfulness. It's about those fun-loving relationships. It's all about entertainment. The 5th house is ruled by Leo. We know Leo's that fiery, fun energy. Leo's a fixed sign. You know, kind of loud and proud. There's actually a lot that we can all learn from the Leo energy. And the 5th house is, you know, that's what it rules. And I actually need to take a look at what planet I have in my 5th house. I know my 4th. I need to see. Anyway, that was the 5th house, all about astrology. Another way that the 5 is defined or represents itself in our world, in our culture, is the 5th chakra. You know, I learned about the chakra system so many years ago, and it's kind of been interesting continuing to learn. There are 7 main, but then there's hundreds of others, and they go way up and they go way down, and it's all about, you know, really having that free flow with the universe. So it's about understanding those chakras and understanding any blockages that may exist within them, and learning how to release that, learning how to free that space within your body, within your system, so that you have a divine connection to the universe. Starting with the root chakra and up to the crown, meaning the crown bringing you to that enlightenment phase. But the 5th chakra specifically is your throat chakra. It's all about expression and communication, how you deal with other people, how you speak to other people. If you're shy, if you're introverted, extroverted, not even necessarily those things, but it's about how you express, whether it be through writing, whether it be through speaking, whether it be through how you play a musical instrument. The throat chakra is about being able to verbalize and express those things, however it is that they need to be expressed in your personal way. It's also about having the confidence to express those things. You know, I think self-expression and confidence are so deeply tied into each other. If you feel confident, then you usually will express yourself in a really free way. It's also about clarity and being really direct with other people. So being able to speak your truth. And it's about being diplomatic. So, you know, the 5th chakra is all about those things. It's even interesting to say these things and kind of see that red thread that ties into all of these 5s. You know, we're talking about expression and communication and changing your life. You know, you would change your life by how you express yourself. How you express yourself either comes through in a conventional or non-conventional way of that Hierophant card. The 5th house of creativity and hobbies and fun are, you know, part of expressing, part of it's just interesting how they all tie in. So let me pour a little bit more tea and we will get into the last meaning. We've discussed 4 meanings so far of the number 5. We have the life direction number, we have the Hierophant card, we have our 5th house of astrology, we have the 5th chakra, and our last kind of definition or meaning of the number 5 is the life path number. The life path number 5 is all about the adventurer. It's all about the person who is flexible and adaptable and they're ready for change and they're excited for change and they travel and they're going and they're curious and they want to know more. And all of that still ties in, you know, it's this creative action oriented type of energy, you know, which in its own way can, you know, there's always this polarity to everything. So there's a good, there's a bad, there's a this side, there's a that side. So the other side is also that flexible, adaptable nature can also be seen as kind of distracting or lacking focus, being self-indulgent. As I take a sip of tea to calm down a little bit, there's no balance, no discipline, but ultimately everything in life is about understanding things. So if you understand yourself, then you'll understand where you fall, you know, on that spectrum. If you understand that you fall in that lack of discipline place, which is sometimes my issue, then I can consciously and be very aware of those things and push action, push energy to it to, you know, combat it and learn how to grow. I mean, that's what we're here for. So we are on sweet planet Earth to grow, to learn, to advance, to ascend, to become. Life path, I also did not note the life path number, how you get to your life path number. I'm a life path number 8. How you get it is you take your full birthday, the month, the day, the year, you add up all of those single digits, you keep adding them up until you get to a single digit, or if you get to an 11, a 22, a 33. But any of those numbers, you want to add them up until you get to 1 digit or 11, 22, 33. And those are the kind of master numbers, but each life path literally is a different path. So the 5th path is all about the adventurer. I know personally my path 8 is about the manifester, which, come on, that's dope. We'll probably talk about the number 8 in another video, but for now, we just went through 5 beautiful meanings of the number 5. And I actually have a bonus one that I want to talk about. The movie The Fifth Element is one of my favorite movies. I think it's a great movie. Honestly, I just think it's a good movie. Elements, there are 4 key elements. We have fire, we have water, we have air, and we have earth. Those are the elements of, you know, the planet, the elements of the universe, the stars, the elements that are us, the elements of astrology. And I was like, the 5th element, what? Oh. It's love. Like, how sweet is that the 5th element, it represents the frequency of love. I mean, yeah. So, you know, like I said, the number 5 is a very beautiful and magical number. And when you come across the 5, whether it be a 5, a 55, a 555, a 5555, however you may come across it, you know, take note of what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're feeling. And see how it relates to these concepts of adventure and change and, you know, being adaptable. So yeah, it's been a wonderful time chatting with you guys. I'd love to hear about any numbers, angel numbers that you are coming across often. And, you know, things that you feel, the meanings that you find behind these numbers. Let's keep in contact, guys. Until then, cheers. Ace of Cups here.